Welcome to Iceman Plays, and I recently found this game. Actually, it just came out today or yesterday at this point on Steam, and it seems to harken back to the old choose your own adventure, like book style kind of things. So I'm going to play this for a little bit, and we'll see how it is. Another dull day passes as you struggle to manage your failing farm. Your crops are beginning to wilt, and your cow is sick. Okay. For some time, the land has been very quiet. The air has grown thick and foul. Each passing day, you feel more uncertain if things will ever return to how they were before. Perhaps it is you. You've made up your mind. You're going to do something about it. You stand in front of your humble home, pondering what you should do next. Okay, in this game, they give you options like this. Like I said, it's like a choose your own adventure. And you have the option to do something here. I think the first thing I would do is go to the shed. You attempt to open the shed door, but the door won't budge. You remember locking it some time ago, but you can't remember what you did with your key. Alright, let's go to the house. Entering the house, you feel a subtle uneasiness, as if the growing blight outside has penetrated the walls of your safe haven. From what you see, however, everything is the same as you left it. Perhaps this may be a good time to just lay in bed and wish that your problems will just go away. You fight the notion, but the temptation is still there. Let's open the chest. You open the chest and find nothing more than a pile of papers. It seems you have less valuables than you anticipated. You close the chest. Let's read the journal. Dear Journal, another unusual day on the farm. The crops are growing with good health. Beth Ann is also doing quite well, never disappointed with the milk she provides. Okay, Beth Ann's a cow. If things continue to go well, I may be able to invest in more animals. A farmer can only be so social with a cow. Okay, I don't need to know about that. No, there you go. Dear Journal, today has been an unfortunate day. Somebody broke into my shed and stole some things. I usually don't mind if someone steals a bite to eat from the garden, but to take my equipment, well, I put a lock on the door and hid the key. Nobody will ever get my stuff again. I woke one night to a foul smell I have never come across before. I took a step outside to see what I could find, but I found nothing after searching about the farm. Whatever it is, it must be bad. I should make a trip into the city to see what this is about. What would the city have anything to do with it? Alright, I guess we'll go back outside. What I should do next? I guess go to the crops. A path divides the crops you have labored so hard to prosper these past months. A penetrating odor reminds you that your plants are decaying away and time is running short. Let's go into the pen. Oh, not Beth Ann. A toxic fume burns your nose as you enter the pen. Your poor cow lays lifeless on the ground as a growing blight slowly begins to consume her body. You feel sick to your stomach as you stand here, especially as you stare back at the black mushrooms that dot the ground. I hate to do it, but let's grab a mushroom. You kneel down and grab a mushroom. As you begin to rip out of the ground, a cloud of spores spray from the mushroom. Your hands begin to burn and melt as you observe them. Slowly your body shrivels up in the darkness, moist consistency as the poison spreads. You die, eventually, after crawling around on the ground. Your adventure ends here. And the achievement is, those are some serious shrooms. Well, that was quick. So let's start again. Alright, we don't need to know all this, we already know. So a couple minutes out the gate, and I'm already dead. Let's go to the crops. Okay, we know about all this. Let's go to the pen. Let's inspect the water. You inspect the water looking for anything abnormal. You notice that the water has a dark consistency to it. Dropping a stone into it, black particles from the bottom swirl about like a thunderstorm. Your face shrivels in disgust. Alright, I'm not grabbing another mushroom. We'll leave the pen. Alright, let's follow the path. You continue down the trail for a while until you see a cave off in the distance. You pause, questioning if there could be something helpful in there. Let's go into the cave. There's a faint whistle from the wind passing between the rocks. The temperature significantly cools as you enter the cave. You notice that there is a different smell, but you welcome it, comparing it to the deathly blight found outside. Let's go further in. Oh, here we go. Before you take your next step, a large bear emerges from the darkness. You realize you have made a terrible mistake, even thinking that something helpful could be in here. They told me there was. You're screwed either way. You run away, it chases you, and it'll kill you. You fight it, and it'll kill you. So let's fight it. You scan the ground and notice that there are numerous rocks you can grab to throw at the bear. You begin to do so as the bear approaches you. One after another, you throw the rocks as hard as you can. The bear charges at you as you bend over to grab another rock, tackling you to the ground. The bear bites into your neck, your body quickly goes limp, and I'm dead again. Your adventure ends here. Scratch another off the list as the achievement. Nice. Well, we see how this is going to go. Pardon me for hearing clicking on my mouse, but this is a mouse-driven game, so it is what it is. Let's go to the crops. Follow the path. Let's go into the cave again and see what happens if we try to run. Run away. The moment you turn to run, the bear roars with a deep growl, shaking the loose stones about the cave. All you can think about is making it back home in one piece. Oh, there we go. Well, you make it to the trail, then the bear catches up with you, tackling you to the ground. You scream his pain as the bear rips you apart. Your adventure ends here. I didn't even get an achievement for that one. So far we have seen to stay away from shrooms and to stay away from a cave. So let's go to the crops. Go down the path. Not the cave. We'll continue down. Okay. You come to a stop as you stumble upon a broken wagon. Oh, definitely inspect it. You look about the mess and find bits of food and clothes scattered with just a D about the scene. You notice a key on the ground during your search. Oh, nice. You pick up the key and continue on your way. After what felt like an hour or two, you reach a bridge. Nearby the path is a small shack, similar to the house you have on the farm. The man that lives here is a kind fellow from what you recall. Maybe he is home. Yeah, let's check out the shack. You walk towards the structure and knock on the door. You scratch the back of your head, figuring that the person that lives here is currently occupied, if not elsewhere. Or are we saying he's getting it on in there? You remember picking up a key from the wagon and use it on the door. The door unlocks. You decide to help yourself in. Observing the empty room, you realize something terrible must have taken place here. It looks like he had some pretty interesting company last night. The room is a wreck, just like the wagon. You are overcome with fear as you think of the man that used to dwell here. Let's inspect the book. You pick up the book and start to flip through the pages. You discover that this is a journal. Reading a passage or two can't hurt. Here we go. Today's trading went smoothly, thank goodness. What I am thrilled most about, however, is what one of my buddies mentioned to me at the conclusion of our day. Apparently there is a pond nearby that has some of the biggest fish in the region. With a good catch, I can make enough to move things forward. I was caught off guard when he mentioned that nobody has been able to catch any from there. I guess your typical fishing rod won't do the trick, but what can be done about it then? Something to be intrigued about, I suppose. Okay. These past couple of weeks have been really rough for me. My trading business has gone under and I've lost nearly everything I own. This has pushed me to extremes, but that can't be helped now. I'm leaving this place forever, never to return. The land is dying and there is nothing but darkness here. Anyone reading this should leave while they can. Oh, I thought he was turning to prostitution. You can't find a name to give this man, but regardless of the name, you got chills running down your spine. I've been making bad decisions from the get-go on this, so might as well keep with it. We'll open the trapdoor. You observe the trapdoor and notice the lock keeping it closed. With the key, you unlock the hatch and get it open. Without thinking, you travel downward. No, give me the choice if I'll go down. Well, you know I'd go down it anyway. What in the world? Walking down the steps leading below, the air attracts your body with a piercing cold. You notice immediately that there is a woman chained to the wall. See, I said what he turned to. She doesn't seem to notice you as you study her. You feel darkness around you as you stay in this awful place. I have to talk to her. Probably a zombie. You tremble as you try to form words in your mouth. Woman, you there? Let me out of here. The pressure of such a demand makes you freeze. You take a moment to think about the situation before you respond. What got you locked up to begin with? You'll never believe me even if I told you the truth. Something brought you here. Please have mercy on me. Why not? You approach the woman and unlock the shackles that bind her. As her arms become free, she moans in pain. Oh, thank you so much. The woman struggles to regain her strength, but starts to stand up on her own. As she gets up, she turns towards you. Here's a jump scare, I'm sure of it. Oh, no. I will now do you a favor. Oh. What seemed to be the face of a helpless woman disappears as a horrible image that manifests itself before you. You feel a chilling grip of bone hands lock onto your arms. Energy flees from your body and you fall to your knees. You feel the essence of your life slip away as everything goes black. It is unfortunate that your journey ends here. The damsel in distress. You know. Okay. Right now I can tell you when playing this game, don't look at anything, don't touch anything, don't go into any place. You know, just keep going on the path. But you know I can't do that. Cross the bridge. You cross the bridge safely and continue down the trail. After all that has happened, you feel that you should take a moment to rest. You find a spot under a tree and sit down. Getting comfortable, you tilt your head back against the tree and gaze into the sky. A part of me says taking a nap means I'm going to die. But as you've seen, my choices so far haven't been great. I'll pick at the grass. As you pick at the grass blades in your reach, the ground begins to shake. Before you can get up, roots from below sprout from the ground and wrap around your legs. You turn around to see a large angry face looking back at you. Your jaw drops in horror. No sound of screaming escape your tongue as the tightening grip of the roots squeeze what air is left from your body. Your adventure ends here. Nature will rise against you. Really? This is Death Simulator 3.0. Okay. We'll take a nap. You close your eyes and your body relaxes. You fall asleep within seconds. As your mind wanders, you see a blurry image. Details emerge as you gaze. You wonder who this might be. A bad feeling then overcomes you, and you realize who this is. You try to wake yourself up. You wake up and jump to your feet, looking about yourself and your surroundings. All seems well. You can't help but feel fearful that something bad will happen to you if you stay here. Yeah, like picking the grass. Moving forward seems like the only logical option now. You reach a point where the trail splits into two paths. Which way should you go? My gut reaction is to go right, so after continuing down the path for some time, you come to a stop. You notice that there is some sort of trail that leads through the grass up towards a nearby hill. If you had not stopped, you probably would have never noticed. Which way do you go? Continue down the path, follow the trail in the grass, go back to where the path splits. I'm following the grass. Oh! Following the subtle trail in the grass, you stumble upon what looks like a grave. Let's inspect it. You approach the grave, you look at the sword with intrigue. Oh! Before you can touch the sword, a ghostly figure appears before you. You freeze before the apparition. The sword, may I have it? The blade is cursed. I am bound here by the pain of my past. If you desire the sword, free me from it. You slowly motion for the sword. Fool! Only something of a purer essence can free me, a rare hope, like a flower found in darkness. Alright, I'm going to back away. You listen to the specter and leave the sword. The figure fades out of view. Alright, let's continue on. You pause to see that there is a lake nearby. The trail continues on to your right. Here comes my fear of sharks. Inspect the lake. You step near the lake and look down into it. Resting underwater is an orb of some sort, sitting on the bottom of the lake. There is something strange about it, as if it were calling out to you. Let's go for my fifth death. You close your eyes and jump into the lake. You open your eyes to see the stone sitting before you. You start to make your way towards it. Here we are. A large fish comes into view. It quickly notices you with its mouth stretched open. Oh, quit that. You try to leap for the surface, but the fish catches up to you. You quickly find yourself helpless before the creature. You close your eyes as the giant fish rips your body apart with its teeth. You die a very painful death. Your adventure ends here. Don't need a fishing permit. Alright, we're going to do this one last time. You know, let's go with my gut reaction. We'll go right. You reach the end of the pathway. In the distance is a tower looking over the area. A gate secures passage to the area with a wall around the property. Also of interest, there is a tree that has a hole carved into it. Why not? We'll inspect the tree. You approach the tree and notice the hole is big enough to fit your hand in it. You look and see something shiny in the hole as if it were metal. Feeling around with your hand, you find 3 knobs. One on the right, one centered in the middle, and one on the left. Well, this was a good playthrough. Oh, man. Right. Left. The knob locks in place. You wait for a moment, but nothing happens. It must be some sort of combination. Alright, let's press it. Let's do left, right, middle. Nothing happens. Alright. Let's do right, left, middle. Nothing happens. Press knobs. Let's go. Let's just do simple. Left, middle, right. Nothing happens. Let's do reverse. Right, middle, left. Nothing happens. Okay. Let me do left, left, left. Let's leave this tree. Also of interest. Okay. Let's go to the gate. Oh. You approach the gate cautiously. Let's enter. Standing before the tower, your heart begins to sink. There is no doubt the birthplace of the spreading plague. Oh, we're getting some answers now. There is a fountain before you with statues on your right and left. Let's do the one on the right. Before you stands an old angel statue that is broken in many areas. With one hand, the angel is holding some sort of bowl, while the other hand is hovering over the bowl. You notice that there is only 2 remaining fingers on the angel's other hand. You feel as you should keep your distance and just observe the statue. Okay, let's look at the left one. You see an old statue of an angel that has been consumed by vines of thorn. The angel is holding a book in one hand, the other with one finger pointed up toward the sky. You feel it is best to leave a statue. Okay. Let's inspect the fountain. There is a dark haze about the fountain. The water is black and the smell burns with every breath. You feel a slight pull towards the fountain as if it were calling for something. Let's enter the tower. You approach the door. As you reach for the doorknob, an invisible barrier stops you. It must be some sort of magic. Well, I guess I have to leave. I don't know the combination, so we'll go back to where the path splits. Let's go left. Okay. Let's continue down the path. You walk for some time to find an endless field of grass. There is a stone well near the path. Let's look at it. You peer down the well. Looks like there's a skull right there, or like a Dr. Doom mask. Other than the evident water at the bottom, there is a coin resting against the wall of the well. If possible, you feel you should go down and take the coin. Why? Oh, but I might need it for the fountain. There's something in that well. You lean over the edge of the well. There is no possible way you can obtain a coin by reaching for it. With this in mind, you turn and climb down along the inner wall of the well. You take a few successful steps down, but your luck runs out. You misplace your foot and you fall. Tumbling about, your body clashes against the stone walls. With a single knock on the head, you lose all consciousness of your accident. With a splash, you fall into the water, your body sinks effortlessly, and you drown without realizing it. Your adventure ends here. Oh, shiny. Alright, welcome back. In the meantime, when I was getting everything back to where we were, I know this looks different than what you saw last time. I decided to go through, and for any of you that are watching this and questioning, well, what happens if you do this, or what happens if you do that, I went back and did some of the other stuff, and the first thing that I did that was different was I went into the house where you got the key from the wagon, and I went down and I talked to the woman, and rather than freeing her, I declined, and as I left, she started laughing and it let me leave, so basically it was pointless. The second thing that I did differently was that I took the path where there was a sword and a stone, and rather than just backing off when the knight tells you or the ghost tells you that it's a cursed blade. I just went to grab for it, and it was obviously a death where they supposedly said my flesh melted from my bones, and I got the achievement, oh great, a cursed sword. So this time I went to the way towards the sword in the stone, and I just continued on the path without inspecting, and that's where it got us to here. So now I have the option to explore the field or inspect the stone pillars, Stonehenge. So we're going to inspect the stone pillars. You stand before the large stones arranged in the shape of a circle. In the center is a stone with what appears to be some sort of slot or hole. No doubt about it, something is meant to be placed here. Seeing that you can't do anything, you head back. Okay. Let's explore the field. You find yourself gazing over a grass field with hills rolling off into the distance. Holy as if a trick upon your eyes, you see a unicorn run across the field. It disappears out of sight before you can do anything. Surely the unique powers of a unicorn could help you with your quest, but there is clearly something wrong. If only there was a way to charm it. Okay. Let's go back. Screw that lake. We're going back. We'll go back. We'll continue down the path. This will take us by the well. Okay, there's a well. Nope. Walking over hills of grass and grain, you reach the walls of Aramor. Several times a year, you come here to trade goods from the farm. You discover the plague that has spread to your farm has also spread all the way out here. The path before you is overrun with blight. Well, I have to continue across because all my other paths didn't work. You have come a long way and you don't desire to turn back now. You march forward into the tainted soil. Before you can realize what happened, you sink completely under the ill soil. Darkness consumes you and your lungs struggle for air. Your body burns in pain as you suffocate and die. Your adventure ends here. It was all for nothing as an achievement. Alright, well that's where I'm going to end this. If you guys are interested in seeing me try to find a better way, or I might even just do it anyway, let me know. But it seems with this game, I mean the pictures are pretty neat, and I like the concept of it, but it seems like the principle is don't look at anything, don't touch anything, anything looks interesting, ignore it. But yeah, there has to be something more, something I missed. It's probably that stupid tree puzzle. But with that, be safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.